Hello everyone, I'm Brian. Today I'm reacting to 5 things to do every morning. Gaur Gopal Das. So 5 things to do in the morning. Shower, pee, brush your teeth, and eat. Alright, let's get started.
Do you guys know something? Each one of you watching this video opened two very special gifts this morning. Guess what? Your eyes. I often say last night was the last night for some, and we are blessed with another chance to live a better life. And we can make the most out of our day and thus out of our life if we begin our day in a proper state of mind.
I will say I like the corniness of this guy, and it's a bit like the two gifts that you open this morning, your eyes. And I mean, don't get me wrong, there are people out there who have lost their eyes or had issues when they were born with eyes, and trust me, I think if you take a vote out there, most people would rather lose their hearing, their taste, their touch, or one of the senses. Eyes would not be the first one. And also, the last night is the last night. It's like, yeah, of course, because it was last night. But in terms of people who, passed away and whatnot, for sure.
Here are the 5 things to dwell upon as soon as you are up every single day. Number 1, begin your day with gratitude. Don't just charge your phones, watches, tablets, or laptops the first thing in the morning. Charge yourself up as well with positivity that will last you all day. And the most powerful of all positive emotions that will make you feel empowered is gratitude, because it forces you to shift your attention to your blessings than to your problems, which are anyways going to be an integral part of all of our lives.
I mean, oh my gosh. Well, I don't necessarily wake up with gratitude. I am grateful, or gratitude. Is that the right? I am grateful for things, for sure, of life and everything in general. I try not to take things for granted, for sure. And there are people out there who, that's how they wake up in the morning. They're just not grateful. I'm grateful that my lower back isn't completely in pain. I'm grateful I got 2 hours of sleep last night. But all joking aside, yeah, I think that'd be a great thing. A lot of people are just it's the entitlement. I swear it's entitlement. I think if people can I don't know how to get people out of that entitlement mentality. I think that's I guess the opposite of entitlement is grateful, I think. And there it is. If in fact if people are more grateful than they feel entitled, I think the world would be a better place.
Second, resolve to have a positive vision. Nobody, including ourselves, is perfect. Everybody has a good and a not so good side to them. And the tendency of the mind is to look at the not so good side. Every morning, resolve that you'll try and look at the positive side of people and neglect or deal with the dark side. Because the more we focus on the negative, our mind becomes occupied with others' faults, ruining our work, our day, our peace, our joy, and even our relationships.
He ain't wrong about that one. I mean, most people hyper-focus on the negative and don't see any of the positives. Something I actually been thinking about today, more along the lines of what's going on in America at the very least. They only see the negative and hyper-focus on that, and don't see the positives. And because they don't see the positives, the things that we're supposed to be grateful for is the standard, meaning that this shouldn't be what we're grateful for. This should be what is. This is something that's not earned. This is what is. And because this is what is, I'm not grateful for it. It's what's natural, what should be, when in reality it's not. So having a home, food, water, just the basic stuff is something we should be grateful for, because it's not something that just you're given. No, a lot of people aren't just given homes and free food and water. A lot of it has to be earned. And if we see things as being earned, I think we can be grateful. That's another, I guess that's another thing. If we can see things as being earned instead of entitlement, is another way to defeat entitlement. Being grateful for things that you're given, and to see things that you've earned to be grateful. Because if you earned it, you're grateful for it because you know that you have to work to earn something. But there is a twist to that. When you say you work for it, you deserve it. Do not ever think that way.
Third, trust the broader plan. Tell yourself that whatever is going to happen today, the apparent good or the apparent bad, is exactly what I need at this point of time in my life. Nothing more, nothing less. Have complete trust that every incident that's going to happen throughout the day, that which is beyond your control, is simply a small part of a much larger picture that will unfold eventually only for your good and your well-being. Keep reminding yourself of this as you're confronted with challenging situations through the day. Number 4, do the small things right. Although folding your sheets or comforters may seem small, they lead to a very big attitude. Like the US Navy Admiral William McRaven said, making your bed in the morning will reinforce the fact that little things in life matter. If you can't do the little things right, you will never be able to do the big things right. And if by chance you have a miserable day, you'll come back home to a bed which you made, and a made bed gives you encouragement that tomorrow will be better.
I mean, he isn't wrong there, to a degree. I meant to say that this is something Jordan Peterson also said. I didn't realize, I don't know if Jordan Peterson said it first or whether this admiral said it first or who said it first, about just make your bed, clean your room. That's what Jordan Peterson's been saying to a lot of young adults. And amazingly, apparently there's been just that simple word, clean your room, changed the lives of many people. Clean your room. How simple of a concept. And yet, amazingly, that made changes. That's really weird to me, in my opinion, just cleaning your room or making your bed. But it is, in fact, the small steps, though, of saying that you've done something. I did that. I did that. I did that. I can do things right. And you're not going to get it right all the time, but every time you do it, you get better at it. I had something else to say. But anyways, let's continue on.
And number 5, decide to help someone. Don't they say, everyone you meet is fighting a battle that you know nothing about? Be kind, be helpful. Invest the energy of empathy, love, and kindness in people around you, and you'll receive the same back when you need it the most. Also, try to have a spiritual practice in your morning routine, a deeper connection which will illuminate your inside so you can brighten the outside. And after having done all of these, remember, जिंदगी की हर सुबह कुछ शर्तें लेकर आती है और हर शाम कुछ तजुर्बे देकर जाती है. Every morning will bring some challenges, and every evening will leave us with wisdom and experience, with which we are ready to open our 2 gifts in a fresher way the next day, if we are allowed to.
Okay. Well, I guess I was wrong about the 5 things. Of course, I was joking about that. But that is the few things that you should do in the morning too. Obviously, you want to make sure you go out clean. But yeah, I don't necessarily. I agree with what Aladi says. The thing I worry most about, again, I don't like inspirational quotes and stuff. It has to be factual things. But at the same time, these are not quite inspirational, but they are in a sense wise words, good advice, which I do appreciate, absolutely. I hope people watch Gaur Gopal Das, just because it may not be from I wouldn't say wise people. I'm sure he is a wise person and has experience, much like any of us, through the lives as we experience them. But he doesn't quite teach Advaita Vedanta or anything like that. These are more along the lines of perhaps not necessarily some things I will teach or I wish to teach, but there are some in there that I do wish to teach. I don't know how to describe this. He does speak on some cases of things that I want to know. In other cases, I'm like, yes, I understand, and I still enjoy what he says because he has a little bit of a sense of humor there. But anyways, I will continue to do his because he does bring up some, how do I say, great advice for sure. Anyways, if you like my content, please consider subscribing, thumbs up, thumbs down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vid.